Prince Planet looked like your typical space hero show. Cape, pendant, alien superpowers. But scratch the surface, and this 1965 cartoon hid some genuinely bizarre twists. Today, we're counting down 10 wild facts about Prince Planet. Let's dive in. Number 10. It was black and white in the color era. Yeah, you read that right. Prince Planet hit Japanese screens in 1965 as a monochrome series, all 52 episodes of it. By then, American networks were already pushing color broadcasts hard, but Japan's anime studios were still cranking out shows in black and white to keep budgets lean. TCJ Animation pumped out half-hour episodes week after week, and nobody seemed to mind the grayscale aesthetic.
My father's ranch. Who am I? You don't remember?
Honestly, the stark black and white probably made Warlock's villainous schemes feel even creepier. It's like watching The Twilight Zone. Sometimes less color means more atmosphere. And for kids in the mid-60s, it didn't matter. If it moved and had a hero with a catchphrase, you were glued to the screen. Just wait until you hear that catchphrase in a minute.
Looking and thinking of my home. The sky is beautiful.
Number 9. Glico turned him into candy prizes. This is where Japanese merchandising genius kicked in early. Prince Planet, called Yusei Shonen Poppy in Japan, was one of the country's first heavily merchandised TV anime, and sponsor Glico went all in. They stuffed minifigures and play jewelry into select candy packages as Poppy prizes, turning grocery store chocolate runs into treasure hunts.
Father can use a man with your strength and friendly ways around the ranch?
Think Happy Meal toys, but a decade earlier and way more random. Kids would tear open a Glico box hoping for a tiny Prince Planet figurine. And suddenly, the show wasn't just entertainment, it was collectible. That kind of cross-promotion seems obvious now, but in 1965, it was cutting edge. Glico basically wrote the playbook that Transformers and G.I. Joe would run with 20 years later. Number 8. He was grading Earth for Alien College. Here's the setup. Prince Planet isn't just a do-gooder with a cape. He's a member of the Universal Peace Corps from the planet Radion, sent to Earth on a cosmic mission. Evaluate whether humanity deserves a seat in the Galactic Union of Worlds. No pressure, right? So every time he's saving humans from monsters or mad scientists, he's also taking notes for his alien bosses. Do these Earthlings cooperate? Do they blow each other up too often? It's like being on probation for an intergalactic HOA. And to blend in, he adopts the identity of Bobby, your average Earth kid. Except, you know, with superpowers and a direct line to an alien government. Talk about an undercover assignment.
I'm not going to make the same mistakes that General Scully made, Dr. Corporeal. You can be sure. Well, one of his mistakes was depending on that Warlock character too much.
Number 7. It got dubbed in Miami, not Hollywood. When American International Television picked up Prince Planet for U.S. broadcast in September 1966, they didn't ship the tapes to Los Angeles. They went to Miami, specifically Copri Films International. Director Mark Harris and dialogue writer Ruben Guberman handled the English dub, and composers Guy Hemrick and Jerry Steiner whipped up the American theme song. Why Miami? Lower costs, probably, and a growing hub for international media work. But it's wild to think this Japanese space opera got its English voice in the same city known for beaches and Art Deco hotels. The dubbing quality was, let's say, charmingly inconsistent, but it gave the show a scrappy, indie vibe that somehow fit. Plus, that theme song slapped.
I can send Prince Planet energy now.
Number 6. His power pendant needed remote charging. Here's the kicker. Prince Planet's pendant, the source of all his abilities, ran on a timer. He couldn't just recharge it himself. A custodian back on Radion had to monitor his power levels and juice him up remotely. usually at the last possible second for maximum drama. The pendant's P logo would shift from white to black as the energy drained.
Say that's where any octopus, even a flying one, belongs.
It's like your phone battery dying during a boss fight, except the charger is 40 light years away. This built-in limit kept the tension high. Would the pendant fail mid-rescue? Would Radion forget to top him off? It's a brilliant narrative device, and it made Prince Planet way more vulnerable than most invincible space heroes. Even Superman didn't have to worry about his landlord forgetting to pay the power bill.
Bobby, what happened anyway?
I don't know. We'd better check.
Number 5. The whole team assembled in 4 episodes. Talk about efficiency. Episode 1 introduced Diana Worthy and her father Pops. Episode 2 brought in Dan Dynamo, billed as the strongest man in the world, a pro wrestler who became Prince Planet's muscle backup. Episode 3 gave us Warlock, the skull-faced big bad. And Episode 4 added Aji Baba, a magician who started as Warlock's enemy before switching sides.
Stand very well, Mr. Ajibaba, and it will be an honor to have you by my side.
4 episodes. Boom. Full cast, hero circle, main villain, all set. Modern shows spend half a season on backstory. Prince Planet said, "Here's everyone, let's get weird." It's the narrative equivalent of speed dating, and honestly, it worked. By the time you hit episode 5, you knew exactly who to root for and who to hiss at.
Does not know fear. All I want is to get near him.
That will be fine. You'll work with me.
Number 4. Crag threw Warlock into space and stole his spot. For 29 episodes, Warlock was the bad guy. Skull face, sinister schemes, classic villain stuff. Then episode 30 dropped, and Crag from the planet Cragmire showed up, banished Warlock into the void of space, and declared himself Prince Planet's new nemesis. Just yeeted him off the show. Warlock didn't return until the second to last episode, probably floating in the cosmic equivalent of Time Out. It's the most disrespectful villain replacement in anime history. Imagine Skeletor getting benched for 20 episodes while Hordak runs the show. Crag was ruthless, and the series never looked back. Until the finale, when things got even darker.
I'm not so sure that Crag was really defeated. He has tremendous powers.
Number 3. Brazil gave everyone different names. When Prince Planet hit Brazil between 1970 and 1975, the localization team went rogue. Diana became Estrelita, Little Star. Warlock was rechristened Capirote, a Spanish hood or dunce cap. Brutal. And Crag, the terrifying late series villain, he turned into Killatrone.
Congratulations, Prince. That was a tough fight, but you won it after all.
It's like someone played Mad Libs with the character roster. But here's the thing. Localized names were huge in overseas dubs back then. Every market wanted to make the show feel homegrown, even if it meant renaming the entire cast. Brazilian kids probably had no clue Capirote was originally Warlock. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. Different name, same skull-faced nightmare fuel.
We're near Mysteria Island. It's a strange place, isn't it? Oh!
Number 2. Australia. Aired it twice, a decade apart. Prince Planet landed in Melbourne, Australia in March 1967 on Channel 9's 5 p.m. weekday slot, prime after-school real estate. But here's the wild part. 7 years later, in 1974, it came back as part of the Super Flying Fun Show, giving a whole new generation of Aussie kids their dose of space hero action.
We're going to drill a hole in the statue, Mr. Ajibaba. Better brace yourself.
I'm ready.
That kind of revival was rare for imported anime in the 70s. Most shows got one run and disappeared into the vault forever. But Prince Planet had staying power down under, probably because nothing else on Australian TV featured a kid transforming into an armored alien warrior. It's like they looked at the schedule in '74 and said, "You know what these kids need? That weird Japanese cartoon about the guy judging humanity." And honestly, they weren't wrong.
Within
his friends, Ajibaba, Dynamo, and Diana, Prince Planet fights evil throughout the universe.
Number 1. One source says he refused violence, but the finale tells a different story. Here's where it gets weird. Nostalgia Central describes Prince Planet as a hero who refused to use violence, relying on speed, strategy, and help from his pals Dan Dynamo and Ajibaba. Sounds wholesome, right? A pacifist space prince teaching kids that brains beat brawn. Except Wikipedia tells a very different story about the final 2 episodes, which we'll get to in a second. Either the show's tone shifted hard in the endgame, or someone's memory got very selective. This contradiction is a perfect snapshot of how TV violence debates raged in the 60s. Networks edited content constantly, so depending on which version you saw, Prince Planet was either a gentle strategist or, well, keep watching. Bonus: Prince Planet killed both villains in the finale. Forget strategy. Forget non-violence. In the last 2 episodes, Prince Planet straight up killed Warlock and Crag before flying home to Radion. No jail, no redemption arc, no we'll meet again cliffhanger. Just dead villains and a hero heading back to space.
I'll get to meet the Saturnian again, but I hope I never meet anyone like Superio the Mutation again.
This is a kids' show. Networks had already edited the series to soften violence, but apparently not enough, because parents were furious. Some sources cite this brutal finale as a key reason the show drew heat from concerned groups. It's a shocking tonal shift, especially if you've been watching a non-violent hero for 50 episodes. But hey, nothing says mission accomplished like eliminating your enemies and piecing out to another planet. Earth evaluated. Villains eliminated. Childhood innocence slightly damaged.
Far outnumber the evil, and beauty is much easier to find than ugliness.
Prince Planet, the anime that mixed intergalactic diplomacy, candy prizes, and occasional homicide into one unforgettable package. Whether you remember Bobby's ridiculous transformation yell, or you're just now learning he murdered his enemies in the finale, this show was a trip. Until next time, keep those pendants charged, folks.
And so, Prince Planet, remembering his year on Earth, finds the good outweighing the evil. We can only hope that he can convince the Council of the Galactic Union